I just got home from work and I am just mad.
Bang.
I'm just kidding. I don't get that mad at things. I think I've only been that mad at something like once in my life, and I don't yell, I cry. So with working right now, I think global warming would be a good thing. And I think it would be a fresh start that this world needs. Just kidding. Kind of. Hi, everyone. My name is Gerald. I'm 23 years old, and I work at Starbucks. Don't believe me? Yup. Only legit buckers work there, man. I get that. And I have this shirt. And I have another shirt I'll showcase later for the point of the video. And it took me an entire pandemic to make me realize I no longer want to work a people job. Because through this experience, I found that I hate people. So I used to joke around and say,
I just hate people, man. They're just so annoying.
But now, after more than half a year of working in food service and seeing how poopy people can be, I seriously mean it when I say that I hate people. I'm working during a pandemic, and I am very, very grateful to have a job. Right now is a super intense time, especially for Americans, because there's so many people that don't want to wear a mask due to it being them thinking it's a simulation to a higher power.
What?
I digress. Money doesn't grow on trees. It does. They just don't want you to know that. So I'm very appreciative, and I'm blessed that I even have a job during this time, and I'm able to afford this room, this house. I'm able to afford my privileged life of being able to complain about my job during a pandemic on the internet to people that I don't know. Don't know why I'm doing this. And believe it or not, it's not the job that I hate. Again, it's the people. I mean, I am super over having the traditional job, clock in, clock out type beat. And I would love to just create for a loving and caring and amazing community.
Wink. Subscribe to join the Geralders. Wink. Thanks for 100 subs, by the way. Love you.
As stated before, it's not really the job, because the job is also pretty easy once you get used to it. I'm going to say it again. For the people in the back, I see you. Don't worry. I ain't forget about you. It's the people. It's actually pretty astonishing how rude people can be during a pandemic. You know, they were already rude and annoying before it. You got that every day. But it actually has gotten worse since this whole thing has been floating around in the ether that could kill people, the whole thing. During a time where you think as a nation, people would come together and be like, hey, man, I don't want to hug you because, 6 feet, but hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Stay safe out there. Let me wear my mask and social distance for you and for myself. No! People are just more annoying, selfish, and just plain ignorant than ever. Now, I could make this a very non-personal video and be like, hey, man, just wear your mask, man. It's really hard out there for us workers, please wear your mask during a worldwide pandemic, please. Because that's the point that we're at. We have to ask people, we have to beg people, come on. But no, I'm going to be petty, and I'm going to give you a couple of actual experiences that has happened to me within this 7, 8, I don't know how long we've been in it now, period of this terrible pandemic. Then I'll wrap it up with some nice, we are the world type speech, Okay? Great. To preface this, I do a lot of prefacing. Not only is there a huge pandemic going on right now, but it happened during the most important election in US history. On top of that, at the time that this story transpired, or this event transpired, the Black Lives Matter movement was at its peak. being covered in news outlets, all over social media, just everywhere, okay? The people putting their icons just as a black screen, the little BLM thing, just everywhere, marches, all that. This is at its peak right now. Side note, Starbucks decides to join in on the Black Lives Matter movement and provides us with lovely shirts. Okay, turn around, go downtown. Now, how I feel about this kind of stuff, that'll be for another video. But for now, all you need to know is that I'm wearing this shirt at the moment this event transpired. And the final thing to preface is I'm black. I mean, half black, half white, but to just everyone else, they automatically say that's a black person. Working in a city where there are like 4 other black people. I'm working with the other one. So 2 black people just roaming around the city, and it has its entire population. So it's primarily white people, Mexican people. So just to throw that in, it's story time. It's 5 a.m., 5 in the morning. This dude walks in, blatantly ignores my greeting of
Hi, welcome in.
wearing his mask half on his face. Hey, what up, man? I'm a rebel. I don't wear my mask in public, bro. I didn't bother to ask him to pull up his mask and do a little one of those. I didn't even bother it because at this point, we just get ridiculed. We get talked sassed back to. I don't have time for that. It's 5 in the morning too. Like, dude, it's faster for me to just get your freaking order and you just get out of the store. So he barks his order at me. He wants a coffee and a pastry. Cool, whatever. Mind you, he's not said any other words, just his order. So let me just show you the shirt. Boom, pow. This is the front of the shirt. Okay, so you can't really see, like, you know, there's a little fist, whatever. But on the back, you definitely see that this is a Black Lives Matter shirt. And it's just very apparent. So when I get his stuff, I have to turn around. So I'm looking at him. This is all he sees is the front. I turn around. Oh snap! What's on the back there? He's reading my back as I'm getting his stuff, and it's like one of those where you can kind of feel someone looking at you. I felt like he was just piercing my back. So I get his stuff. I'm still trying to be nice. I mean, be as nice as I can at 5 in the morning. I'm tired too, buddy. Especially still being nice with him wearing his mask wrong. That's for another bullet point. I turn back around. I give him his stuff. And he says, these are the first words that he said to me this whole entire transaction, mind you. 4 more years.
Bruh.
And then continues not even a conversation, because at this point, I'm not saying anything. You need 2 people for a conversation. Proceeds to rant to me about how well Trump did during his little speech at the time that he did for prepping for the election. Whatever, dude. He asked if I saw it. I'm just like, no.
You just have to say that you're fine.
I don't say much. Because what am I supposed to say that? I'm in my workplace. Which brings up a side issue that I do have an issue with Starbucks pushing the policy of the 3rd place, but that's for another video. Not entirely I have an issue with it, mind you, but I have experienced its many flaws. This being one of them. But all you need to grab from this, I was treated like crap. The dude didn't wear his mask at all. If I asked him to wear his mask, I'm sure I would have had an issue with it. I have proof of that, by the way, in the next bullet point. And I just got hit with a snarky political little remark there that I didn't ask for. Like, I serve coffee, okay? I don't want to have a political conversation with a stranger, much more have that conversation at 5 in the morning. Even if I knew you, it's 5 in the morning, man. I don't want to. And you're not wearing your mask. I'm uncomfortable already. Okay. Breathe. That I see people do that. I don't know what that is. It's early in the pandemic, so I'm very gung-ho at this point to be like, hey, everyone should wear their mask, man. I'm gonna make sure customer comes in with no mask, boop, politely ask them to wear a mask. If they don't, boop, double politely offer them a mask because they send us masks and stuff, and I can just give you a mask, dude, for free. Yo, you don't even have to buy one. That's how nice of a guy I am. So I was really trying to just kind of unite everything with this. I know people already don't want to wear masks. I mean, I don't even want to wear a mask. I have to wear one for 8 hours, dog. So I get it. You having to go out of your car for about 20 minutes wearing a mask. It's hard. Sure, I'll meet you there. I was really trying to be cool about it all because I wanted to protect my partners. I wanted to protect the customers, and I definitely want to protect myself and people, my family, people around me. I don't want to accidentally bring it back home. I might be asymptomatic. I don't know. Now, I was very gung-ho about all this until I realized the biggest flaw about this whole quarantine situation. It's story time. Guy comes into the store without a care in the world, not even wearing a mask, no mask. The other guy at least had it all a little bit down. He did not even own a mask. And I was like, yo, it's time to be nice. It's time to do this. All right, I'm about to go up to him and be like,
Hey, can you please wear a mask, sir? In this establishment, you need a mask, sir.
mind you, he mobile ordered, so that's usual. Right now, we're like grab and go. So mobile ordering is when you have the app, you can order it through the app, and then we make the drink, put the drink by the door. You come in real quick, grab the joints, leave. Whatever. You still need a mask because you're walking in. You're walking by people on the way in, I'm sure. So mask is still needed. That does not exempt you from having to wear a mask coming into the store. And then on top of that, the fact that me, a barista, I serve coffee, has to tell people and enforce a mask, wearing a mask during a worldwide pandemic is on, it just really, every time I go back to that, I'm like, why am I having to have these conversations with people? Why do I have to enforce this? Aren't there like police officers, someone else? But I digress. So I politely ask him, hey man, during a pandemic, you have to wear a mask. I really appreciate that. If you came in, protect all people. Just this, that's the nice spiel, okay? He grabs his coffee, I kid you not, laughs at me, and leaves.
Bruh.
That's it. That's it. To this day, this same man comes in the store, no mask, grabs his drink, and leaves. And here's what I do. Seeing the man walk in the door, that's it. Because that's all I can do. This isn't a me problem. This isn't a you problem. This isn't even a Starbucks problem. This is a countrywide issue that we're having right now. Our government, and I mean, quite frankly, our soon to be out of office president, has shown little to no care in the world about this issue, about the pandemic going on. So it breeds idiots like this, where they think that they can do whatever they want. And the crappy and bass-ackwards thing about America is, with proof there of my now reaction to this person coming in with no mask, grabbing their coffee and leaving, even after they laughed at me for asking them politely to do so, is that in America, you can do whatever you want, depending on your background. This man was an old white man. Well, I can't say anything, because how am I, a guy who serves coffee, going to enforce it if a police officer isn't even enforcing it? So at this point, I've given up at telling people to wear a mask altogether or pull their mask up because I just don't have time. It takes a shorter amount of time for me to get you your coffee, get you out of the store than it does for me having to ask you politely to put on your mask or find a mask or something. And then you just backtalk me or be rude for the rest of the transaction. Like, I just don't have the energy for it. I'm sorry. I don't drink my water. So I just keep my distance, and we have plexiglass at the register, so that's cool. Even if they aren't wearing a mask, we still have some protection. And at this point, you just get used to the disrespect. So welcome to food service. Anyways, same spiel. Guy comes in, orders a drink without a mask, whatever. But plot twist, this time I don't confront. One of my partners confronts the person. It's story time. I am a supervisor, so while my partner is telling this guy the rules, government mandated rules, mind you, we're baristas, why do we have to, let's go. They're arguing back and forth about the actual rules for mask wearing. He pulls I have a medical condition, so I can't wear a mask. You know that? I don't know what that's what they sound like to me now. And she fires back with facts about the mandate, back and forth, and me being the shift supervisor, the guy in charge at the time, I have to interject with a compromise. Side note, this is a 50-plus-year-old man getting into a full, like, his face is super red argument with a young teen barista at your local Starbucks. That's kind of funny if you put that in perspective. Mind you, again, I'm going to say this a lot. We serve coffee. That's all we do. Sir, we don't make the rules. If you don't want to wear a mask, that's fine. I just ask that you order your coffee and please stand outside and we'll bring the coffee to you. Cool. The compromise for workers during this time, because of how not enforced mask wearing is that we get to jeopardize our lives because they don't want to wear a mask and the customer is always right. So we get to just risk our lives, man. Give you that drink. Are you happy? Did I serve you right? Are you going to give me like 2 stars on Yelp? He agrees. Then he says a snarky remark about how we are illiterate and need to do our research, then leaves. But that's not it. Another plot twist, double plot twist in this one. Whoo, you guys get the content, okay? Y'all get the tea. Okay, sorry. The barista that I just defended then gets mad at me because I didn't just kick them out. And I'm not even mad at the barista because that's completely in her right to be upset about that. It's very upsetting. Honestly, being real, I can even see her perspective with being mad at me. I think if the roles were switched, I would be mad at me too. But I can't do anything. And that is the worst feeling. And that is a feeling that you constantly feel in, especially now, but already in a job atmosphere, in traditional job atmosphere. The higher ups can't do anything. The higher ups within Starbucks, if not even the government, our government is doing anything. So I just took that anger, okay, used my Naruto chakras to kind of direct it out back into the ether because I get it. And I have no personal grudge against that barista that was mad at me. And honestly, as dumb as that man is, I'm not even like personally grudged by that. You know, life goes on. What can I do? Nothing. Sorry. It is a lot harder to not take things to heart when you really do care about people. And now, I'm not mad at Starbucks. We're just serving coffee. I'm not even mad at society because we're all in this poop hole together, okay? I'm not mad at the people being rude to me because maybe something's going on in their life and they just want to project that energy out to me. And, you know, I've been in food service for a long time, and even just in regular life, it happens. So I'll be that wall, whatever. And I'm not mad at the world because it's like, it's the world, dude. I'm not mad at America. Like, it has its ups and downs. We've had many downs recently, but I live here. So, and I'm not mad at myself for finding a compromise, because I just hate confrontation with stupidity, and I hate wasting my breath. So it's either find a compromise or quit my job, which I can't afford. So, I mean, you got to deal with it somehow. It's really hard to be mad at a certain piece of the picture when it's the entire picture that's painted wrong. I've decided to just try and work this YouTube thing, and hopefully one day be able to do this as my living. That'd be pretty sick. Music, like whatever it is, just somewhere where I can create and help others through my art, because I've kind of just accepted that there's nothing I can do but this. And I'm not trying to push my own vendetta of like, hey, subscribe to my channel to get me out of this hard thing. That's not what I'm trying to do. But I really feel like, personally, we don't have any control over anything in this world except for how we handle our inner worlds. And my inner world is creativity. I feel that from the bottom of my soul. And as much pain as 2020 has brought to me and everyone else in this world, one thing I can personally say I've learned from it is to stay true to myself and be the example I want to express to others. Because like, no one is perfect. Everyone is going through something in their lives. And those things that you're going through are especially magnified during times like these. And I mean, I'm not a clown. Like, I still need this job. I'm very grateful for the job. So not only do I personally feel the need to say this, but I also feel the need to say this for every worker working right now through these hard times, and even for consumers who are lucky enough to be able to work from home and are buying from these establishments. Because I don't want anyone to finish this video upset at the racial tension in America, annoyed at the pointless political feuds that has been brought into this pandemic, or even mad that I'm being disrespected as a worker during these crappy times. What I want people to get from this video is to just wear a mask, and don't forget to say thank you every once in a while. I mean, one good thing from this pandemic is like I learned how to play a guitar, and that's kind of fun. So